He texted in the fan text line. There's probably more fired up about the Beavers than most Beaver fans. I mean, it might have sounded like it in that segment. Incompetence drives me nuts, man. Things are bad and they're going to be bad, and we all knew they were going to be bad with the shuffling of conferences and losing your place and all of that. It doesn't have to be this bad. And when you're this bad, it's just everybody needs to get fired. I've just reached that conclusion. Everybody associated with it needs to be fired.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want this athletic director making the next coaching decision.
Absolutely not. The head
He's
coach
going to, because our university president has no idea what's going on
She
in sports.
has no clue. She's not in touch at all with it. All of it is really depressing. I got a lot. I mean, you're a Beaver fan, Swag's a Beaver fan. I got a lot of good friends who are Beaver fans, and it sucks. It genuinely sucks that they've gotten to the point now where we're asking the question, are we even going to talk about them the rest of the season? It's become so irrelevant.
Well, I mean, I think to the point of what you're making about incompetence, and I'm with you, like, yeah, incompetence in sports in general drives me nuts.
It just drives me nuts.
What drives me more nuts is when fans of the incompetence can't just call out the incompetence.
Right.
We see this with listeners all the time, whether it be college football or NFL. The minute you call out a team and say, yeah, you're going to trust that?
I've gone with this with Blazer fans for the last couple of years. It's like, based on what?
A feeling of vibe, man.
No, you want them to be good, which I don't
Yes.
blame you. You're a fan of the team. You're going to be optimistic, but let's live in reality.
It's the blind loyalty that
Yes.
I don't agree with. If it's great and it's going well, or you actually have reasons
By all
to
means.
point to optimism, then great. But like when it's going bad and you can't just say it's bad and somebody should pay for this, then you're telling me you have no objectivity, that it's just you're a cheerleader with pom-poms, basically. And like that's not how I get week to week mad at every team that I root for. This is just so terrible and so deaf to what has been happening to the program. Like, we had listeners reaching out like, oh, I don't know, man, he should still be the coach. And I'm like, based on
what?
What metric?
What?
The defense isn't consistent or good.
No.
The offense isn't good. The special teams is a blunder.
He's refusing to
He
fire
can't
the
recruit.
special teams coach, who I didn't know, was he related to Dennis Erickson? He's like his nephew or something?
Dude, I'll give you one example without naming names. Like, I know of in my sphere, my orbit, I know of a kid that got invited to go to a Husky football game with his family. Hasn't been offered, but got invited to go to a Husky football game.
As like a recruit?
Well, yeah. It's like
Sure.
they're kind of eyeing.
Okay.
Like, hey, come check
Like
this out.
yeah, come watch. Okay.
The Huskies.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, last I checked, one lost team, one on the road, Big Ten.
Played for a national title 2 years ago.
Played for a natty. This kid locally, hey, come on up. Just see what we're about. Here you go. Here's free tickets. Hasn't heard a word from the local school.
Yeah. Who's desperate for anything.
Like, literally was as an athlete, it's like, yeah, that at Oregon State, that would be pretty good.
Might have a chance to play. Could be a good spot.
Nothing.
Not a word.
And so it's like when that kind of stuff is happening paired with this off the field stuff, and then your AD has no idea what's happening or doesn't care.
Right.
Because he gave himself a raise after everything went down.
Yeah.
And by the way, public enemy number one, I want you to ask yourself sincerely, Oregon State fan, and I'm not going to change your minds when I say this, but ask yourself sincerely, if you were as good at what you do as the last head coach, and now you see what's happening, like, would you have hung around?
No.
And floundered your career, or would you have taken a lifeboat? I want you to think about that.
I think the tone has totally changed on that, 100%.
Well, I don't think it has. I think he's still always going to be somebody that they all root against.
From my mindset, yeah, I'm with you 100% there, of like looking at the president's philosophy on athletics and just not being involved in it in any way, shape, or form. The athletic director's blunder after blunder after blunder after blunder.
Crazy.
I would have zero faith in anybody in a higher up position to guide us back to the light that we needed to get our program back on track.
Maybe the minute he did the milking thing and was forced to publicly apologize was probably the moment he was like, what?
Instead of turning that into a brilliant marketing strategy of got milk with Jonathan Smith and making millions of dollars.
Or do the hands next to the
t-shirts.
nipples with a clock under it. Whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, capitalize on it.
Yes, it's funny.
Instead, they're offended.
Can't show replays in the stadium because we're scared we're going to upset the officials.
No, upset their own rules of their two-team conference that they helped make.
They're the president. They can do whatever they want. They run that conference.
Anybody carrying water for that situation, good luck to you. It's going to be a heavy situation for you to carry.
So the GM walks out, not GM. I don't even know what his job title was. It's confusing. I don't know why he was the GM of football in the first place.
I think he was actually legitimately
the football general manager.
Yeah. Which, well, I don't know. I don't know how you define it.
I don't either. That sums up the entire thing, does it not?
Steven Jackson.
Who's the GM of Oregon football? It's Marshall Malchow.
Yeah,
we know who it is. Who's the GM of Cal?
Dan Lanning has talked about him before too,
and how good he is, and how important he is, and talent evaluation, and roster building, and all of that.
GMs are very vital to programs.
Who's the GM down at Cal?
Yeah, Ron Rivera.
Who's the GM at Stanford?
Right,
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
We know who those people are.
Yeah.
We don't even know if this guy's job was that, but he was brought in-house from the collective. He walks out the door. You finally fire the coordinator or the special teams coach. You get a statement for the first time. It's nice to know.
He's GM of the NIL level.
Okay. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means if you have Blueprint.
I don't think they know what that means, and that's the problem. So fire everybody. I hate calling for people's jobs. It's incompetence at the highest level, from the head coach on down, the athletic director. The president has no clue what's going on. She's out to lunch. And until any of that changes, there's no hope. And that's the sad part about it, is you were at least going into a year where win-loss projections were all over the map, right? Like, Beaver fans were pretty high on the team coming into this year, and we'll play flip it or stick it this week. I have a feeling we're all going to flip it.
I said 8-4.
I think I said, I don't know what I said. We'll get to it later this week anyways. But you came into a year where you were like, hey, let's make a little bit of noise, show a little bit of traction, and then what happens next year? You're in a conference. You're playing for a conference championship. Like, you might have a chance at a Group of 5 auto bid for a play. Like, that is all on the horizon.
Think about how far that feels.
Exactly. Now you're just back to, we got to do this. We got to rebuild all over again, because I don't see this turning around with everybody associated with it currently. And so I don't think Bray's going to get fired, because I don't trust the athletic department.
No, I
the
think
athletic director's not going to get fired, because I don't think the president cares. She just gave the guy a Oregon State award 3 weeks ago.
Beaver champion
when his football team can't win a game.
I know.
What's the most important team that your athletic department can have?
Football.
What's the front porch of your university from a financial standpoint?
Football. Yeah.
There was a story that came out about Cal this past week that I read. Do you realize the number of website searches, enrollment searches, and Google searches that they got following their game day appearance last year? Remember when they played Miami and they had game day there and everybody's smoking weed in the crowd? Dude, everything they played the game on Saturday night. They damn near beat Miami. In the 48 hours that followed that, it was a argument about people saying, why is Cal doing this travel to the ACC and they're taking a lesser share? It was like, this is why, because they got exposure at that level, all these searches, everybody was interested in Cal for 48 hours, and I don't know how many people ended up actually going there or could even get in, but it was a great moment to showcase your university. Like, football is what you need. It is the lifeblood of your athletic department and the lifeblood of your university in terms of a marketing standpoint, and you need to care about it, and they just don't care about it.
Do you think we hear today at his press conference that they're close?
We just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
All the losses, they're on us. We've dictated all the losses.
It's almost going to look worse now if their special teams gets better, because you could make I would almost be more upset.
Well, that kid missed a 28-yard field goal, and it was a perfect operation, so I don't know what to make of the special teams.
What if all of a sudden they start draining kicks, no more punt issues, everything is resolved the rest of the way? Because you've lost 3 games just on special teams blunders, essentially.
Yeah, you have.
You should be 3-3 at this point in the year. You had no business losing to Fresno State. If you could just execute anything special teams-wise, you beat Houston, and you had no business losing that game on Saturday. No business at all.
That's that, so.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's get to some other stuff in college football, shall we?
Oh, you want to stick in college?
I would like to. I'm at the NFL final hour. I got it carved out.
The NFL.
NFL was great this
Interesting
weekend.
weekend.
NFL was great.
Patriots, Bills.
What did I say on Friday? What are we saying about the Pats if they win this game? I was laughed at.
I know. I can't believe Swag did that to you.
What an idiot.